Yo, what's up everyone and welcome back. It's your main man Boogie here, and after this episode of The Mandalorian, I couldn't help but thinking back on Qui-Gon Jinn saying there's always a bigger fish, and thinking, are there other moments out there in the Star Wars universe that mirror that same kind of bigger fish moment? So I went on back and compiled a few of them. Here's the list that I got so far. If you like the list, make sure to go ahead and like and subscribe at the end, and if you think anything else should be added, drop it in the comments and I'll try to get to that for you. Anyways, nothing left to do but just toss you in.
The pit of Kharkoum, the nesting place of the all-powerful Sarlacc.
Starting off this list at number 5 is Boba Fett and the Sarlacc pit. I mean, even as a kid, I knew there was no way that Boba Fett would be
Slowly digested over 1,000 years.
This kid literally dabbed heads with his dead dad, and you're gonna tell me that he's gonna fall prey to the Sarlacc pit? Impossible. Boba Fett's gonna take all that suppressed rage from watching Mace Windu lop off his dad's head, and then he's gonna get right up out of that Sarlacc pit, and then you know what? He's gonna use more of that rage, and he's gonna go right up to Bib Fortuna, and he's gonna be like, ba-boom, bow, get off my throne, I'm taking it, I'm in charge now. But obviously it's not gonna end there for this mountain of unsuppressed rage. He's gonna go back with his new homegirl Fennec Shan, and then you know what? They're gonna go sonic boom all up in that Sarlacc. The almighty Sarlacc spent all those years being the big fish in the Great Dune Sea, right up until he met Boba Fett. Do Jawas eat Sarlacc? And here comes Commander Venomore in at number 4, proving why you never mess with a Wookiee. After Omega and the gang rescue Gungi in Season 2 of The Bad Batch, they return to Kashyyyk to find it under siege by an Imperial-backed Trandoshan army. After talking to the trees, like the hippies those marvelous Wooks are, they realized they were in a veritable sea of big fish and lured the Trandoshan army into the forest. Apparently you talk to trees, then you bang on trees, and then Kinrath spiders come down to murder everything in their path. How can you not love those rascally Wookiees for starting off a spider-led massacre? Man, they're just the best at revenge. And to put the sweet, vengeful cherry on top of this delightful vendetta cake, in swoops sweet, sweet Gungi Bear, bouncing here and there and everywhere, serving up delicious Trandoshans that are beyond compare. He is the bigger bear! Or in this case, bigger fish. Gungi, the beautiful Wook Jedi, found out the true recipe for bigger fish success. And in at number 3, we have the Suma Verminoth and the whole gang of the Millennium Falcon with Han Solo at the helm. That's the most. That's right, Lando, because these creatures are mostly found dwelling in between the stars around the treacherous maelstrom surrounding that crazy planet Kessel. And luckily they're out that far, because this is about the only thing that's going to be able to take out this big bad space tentacled fish. I mean, without this mob being here and this big-ass forces of gravity to rip it apart, Han Solo might have been in a rough space. I mean, there probably would have been no way to complete the Kessel run in under 12 parsecs. No worries, though. You got Tobias Beckett there to mainline some unrefined coaxium deep into the Millennium Falcon's core. Yeah, I'd be upset too if one of my custom capes went down like that, but nevertheless, the entire gang's able to make it out, and one of the great tales of the Millennium Falcon becomes cemented in the history books. Big Blue in at 2. Ezra Bridger was even able to surprise Thrawn when he brings in a pod of Purrgil. These space whales are able to take out entire Star Destroyers just by going in and headbutting their underbellies. As we found out after Ezra befriended some of them, these beautiful space whales aren't really to be messed with. I mean, they can definitely do some intense damage. It's no wonder why little baby Grogu had to go cuddle up in Din Djarin's lap. But whose lap is Thrawn going to be able to curl up into after his encounter with the Purrgil? He came into Lothal thinking that he was the biggest fish in the sea. He was going to be able to run his TIE Defender program, no problems. But little did he know that old Blue Eyes Ezra Bridger was going to be riding in on a Loth cat, possibly a Loth wolf, and he was just going to be like, boom, I like Purrgils, we're homies. We're just going to go ahead, make a little deep eye contact, our tentacles are going to glow, and then all of a sudden, hyperspace. You got to push a button to go through hyperspace? Cool story. We just swooped through gas and then farted out, and we're in hyperspace, dude. No big deal.
There's always a bigger fish.
That's right, baby. Coming in at number 1 on the list is the original gangster with Liam Neeson. It's almost as if Qui-Gon Jinn has a particular set of skills that make him a nightmare for the OPC killer. He's going to sit right back and he's going to realize that even in a dark time, sometimes your dark man's going to come through, take that OPC killer and just bite his head right off. You gonna tell me that Ra's al Ghul, the dude who trained Batman, ain't gonna know how to take this Colo clawfish out for another tasty snack for that Sando aqua monster? I mean, come on. What an awesome line from an unbelievable actor in an iconic movie. The perfect term to bridge and break that fourth wall. If only every backseat driver could be this awesome. Thanks again for tuning in to this Alderaan Times expose. And remember, we'll be here bringing you Alderaan news at Alderaan Times.